Once upon a time in the faraway land of France, there lived a young girl named Joan. Joan grew up in a small village called Domremy, where she lived a simple life with her family as ordinary peasants. She wasn't a princess or a knight, just a regular girl who cared for the animals and helped her parents farm the land. But something truly extraordinary happened when Joan was just 13 years old. One sunny day, as she walked through the fields, Joan began hearing mysterious voices. These voices told her that she had a special mission to help save France, which at the time was in turmoil due to the 100 Years' War with England. Joan could have ignored these voices, thinking they were just a part of her imagination. But she felt in her heart that these voices were real and that they were guiding her to do something great. Driven by her strong belief, Joan set out on an incredible journey to meet Charles, the Dauphin of France, who was not yet crowned as king. It was an unusual sight to see a farm girl trying to meet royalty, and many people laughed at her or did not take her seriously. However, Joan's determination was unshakable. She was eventually able to convince a local lord to give her soldiers so she could travel to meet Charles. She dressed in armor and led her small group through many dangers to reach the Dauphin. When Joan finally met Charles, she won his trust by telling him details about his life that no one else could have possibly known. Convinced by heavens guiding her, Charles allowed Joan to lead an army against the English at the city of Orleans. Something magical happened when Joan rode out in her shining armor. She inspired the French soldiers with her courage and faith. The soldiers who had been afraid and losing hope suddenly felt brave by her side. Under her leadership, the French won a significant victory at Orleans. Joan's fame spread across the land, and people began calling her the Maid of Orleans. She had become a hero and a beacon of hope for the French. However, Joan's journey was not without hardship. In 1430, she was captured by the enemies and was sold to the English, who did not like that the French had a peasant girl as their leader. They put her on trial and accused her of things she did not do. No matter how Joan pleaded her innocence, the unfair trial ended with a sad verdict. In 1431, Joan was put to a tragic end in the town of Rouen. She was only 19 years old. Even though her life came to an end, Joan's story did not stop. Many years later, in the year 1920, Joan was declared a saint. People around the world still remember her bravery and how she changed the course of history by believing in herself when no one else would. Today, Joan of Arc is celebrated as a heroine who followed her heart and gave everything to help her country. Her story continues to inspire many to be brave and stand up for what they believe in, no matter how impossible it may seem.